Welcome to
Elvis Fans
Matter.
Start off, I want to show you some pictures. There's 3 or 4 of them. You got that one, Dandy?
Hold it back up just for a second.
Okay.
My zoomer went a little bit slow. Okay.
Alright. Then we got this one.
Okay.
And we got this one.
Okay.
And we got this one. Now,
Okay.
why I'm showing you these is these all tie together on a very interesting story that we gonna tell, and I'll get started by saying this group that you just saw right here. These are called the Prisonaires. It was a group of inmates in the 50s, early 50s, that got started singing, and they became a pretty well known group. In 1953, they came to Memphis. Sam Phillips was recording a lot of black artists back in, and the governor at that time, Frank Clements, was real interested in this group, and he helped them a whole lot, and they came to Memphis to Sun Studios, and they came there to record, and they recorded a couple of songs, and they had a couple of pretty good hits over the years. The one most famous for them was a song called "Walking in the Rain," and then "Walk Danielle" at the same time. I mean, that's timing, boy. Anyway, they recorded that, and it was a hit for them. But it became a bigger hit a little later when Johnny Ray recorded it, and he had a smash hit on it. It was, it done really well. In fact, we were in Vegas and we went to see Johnny Ray, and he covered that particular song for us. Well, for Elvis. Elvis liked it, and he wanted it. It wasn't too long thereafter, naturally, that Elvis, started recording there. And over the years, they got more popular, and people, knew of them. And in 1957, and I was just a mere babe in arms. No, I was 14 years old, and it was December the 1st, around Christmas time.
21st. No, first?
December the 1st, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I thought you said you probably.
And I was out of school because it was on the weekend, and Elvis asked me to go to Nashville with him. He had been invited up. They were having a Christmas party. The governor was, and he invited Elvis up and all to the party, and so we all went up, and while we was up there, I had no idea I was going to any kind of a party, and I was a little underdressed. So Elvis said, "Nah, we got to get you straightened up here." So we went out shopping, and he bought me some clothes and all, new shoes and pants and shirt, and boy, I was duded up. What you talking about? I was a cool dude. But anyway, we wound up going to the party, and colonel and all, he went with us, and of course when we got there, naturally they had a lot of security and all, a lot that had to do with the prisoners, because you know, they were inmates and they had to have, anywhere they traveled, they had to have, you know, the guards with them. And they were there, and they had a lot of, you know, people there. A lot of them I didn't know and couldn't name them for you, but there was a lot of people, you know, at the party, and they were, you know, dancing and singing. Anyway, got around to it, and they told Elvis, you know, that the prisoners had a song that they wanted him to hear, and possibly if he, you know, was interested, you know, he could record it. They had, you know, would let him, you know, would sign for him to copy, sing their song, and so that's what one of the reasons that we went up there. Plus, you know, the governor liked Elvis anyway, and so we got in there and they got to singing, and well, they were good. Now, let me name them for you so you kind of know who we're talking about. John E. Drew, he was a tenor singer. Johnny Braggs, he was a lead singer. Michael Sanders, he was the bass. William Stewart, he was baritone and guitarist. Edward Thurman, he was tenor and piano player. And that was their group. And boy, could they sing. They really could. It was, and the biggest thrill of all to me, though, was, you know, them singing and then Elvis joining in, singing some gospel singing, you know, and gospel music. And boy, it was quite a night. We got to talking about different things, and of course I didn't talk much. I just listened. You know, it was more about music, and so it was Elvis and the prisoners and the governor and all that. But a little later, I got a little sleepy. I was just getting on over in the morning, so I fell asleep, and the governor's wife, she said, you know, well, I'll take him up there and put him in one of the bedrooms and all. And so she did, and of course I slept through some of it. Getting late in the morning, and I mean, night and morning, it was like 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30, when all this, you know, kind of broke up. And so when it did, the governor's wife said, well, you know, if you want to leave him, you know, leave him upstairs asleep, you know, said, we'll send him home tomorrow and all. And Elvis said, no, I'll have to wake him up. I'll take him with me and all. And so they came and woke me up, and of course we drove back home that night. But it was a fascinating night, and I don't know what to tell you. They were a good group, and anyway, Elvis never did record the song that they had. They had redone the song. I think it was called "Riot" in Cell Block 9, and they had written another version called Cell Block number 9. And I remember part of the words, but I don't want to try to sing it, because, you know. But anyway, Elvis didn't record it. He never got around to recording it, but it was interesting.
And what's interesting too is you on here, Johnny Bragg, the lead singer, helped write that song, "Walking in the Rain."
Yeah, Johnny Bragg and Robert Riley. They were the ones. He was another inmate, and they're the ones that wrote the "Walking in the Rain" that they recorded, and later Johnny Bragg recorded. And like I say, folks, it was an interesting night.
What year was that?
57.
Okay, the reason I asked you that was before he went to Germany. So, who went with you all to Nashville? I know Lamar went. That's before he met any of the
Yeah.
Charlie or Joe or
Well,
any
I
of them.
think Alan Fortis went with us, if I'm not mistaken, and Lamar.
What about Cliff?
Cliff may have gone. I can't remember. There was about 4 or 5 of us that went, you know. And, you know, for somebody 14 years of age and getting to see the governor.
You went on several trips in
With
the
him.
car with him close
I
like
did.
that.
Yeah, and in fact, I went to Nashville with him, you know, a few times. We went to the Colonel's house and visit with him, and that's another story. And another story on top of that one, when we went to the Grand Ole Opry,
Oh, that's
and
that's a great story.
that's a good story too. That's when he met, or when I met, because Elvis already met him, Johnny Cash. And that's another story. So I'm gonna leave it hanging with that, and keep those stories for a little later. And with that, all I can tell you is, man, you know,
Such a night.
Yeah, such a night.
Such a night.
I have had one heck of a interesting and fantastic life with Elvis. I really have. And, you know, to take a 14-year-old to a party like that, you know, even there was, of course, his kids were there, and there was other kids too. So you know, it wasn't like it didn't have kids around. But like I say, folks, man, it was a fascinating time. And with that, I'm gonna let this one in, and I want to thank everybody for watching our channel. And
I do want to say on this,
Right.
I want to thank one of our big, huge followers, Jimmy Gordon. You might recognize Jimmy from our Facebook page. He shares a lot. He is a big EFM follower, and it was his idea for us to do this video.
His idea to do it.
I had some of the governor's mansion pictures on the Facebook page, and he sent me a message, and he said, you know, a lot of people don't realize that that's your pawpaw standing next to Elvis. He said, would Billy tell that story in a video? Because I think that everybody would, you know, find it interesting. I sure would. So, Jimmy, thank you.
thank you, Jimmy.
We appreciate it. It was a great idea.
Yeah,
And if anybody has any questions, you can put them in the comments here under the video, or send us a message to our Facebook page. And you never know when one of your story ideas or questions is going to turn up on YouTube.
That's true. And with that, we all say,
Elvis fans matter.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.